Good to go, so start whenever you're ready, yeah?
Yep. Rolling?
Bro.
Wicked. So, welcome to Unplugged, guys. Hosting today is me and Amy on my left. For our first guest, kicking off with a bang, we have 1/4 of Girls Don't Sink, Sophia Violet. How are we doing?
Hey guys, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Where have you come
Good.
from today?
Liverpool, the best city in the world where I live. I want to be a Scouser, but I'm not. Maybe one day.
And today you're playing at Drum Sheds, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, Elrow at Drum Shed. It's the Eats Everything History of Rave Takeover, and Conductor's playing as well. Who else? There's a few other people. I'm a bit nervous because it's so big, but it'll be fun.
Is it Halloween special?
It is indeed.
What's the outfit saying?
I'm going as Christina Aguilera from the Dirty music video. And I got my heart so set on the costume. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere, and I had to spend like far too much money on something that I'm literally going to wear once a year. And it's the sort of costume that like you do only wear once a year. But then we're playing another Halloween show in Edinburgh, and for that I'm just going to do like Pamela Anderson and wear black. So
is that tonight as well?
No, that's on the 31st.
Okay.
Context, tonight is Halloween if you didn't get
Oh
that.
yeah.
Not sure when this will come out, but yeah, kind of a full circle moment for us because our first interview was you guys in Leeds with 23 degrees. Shout out 23 degrees and Tremaine. But that was with Jack. Unfortunately he's not here at the minute, but yeah, talk to us. How's life at the minute? What's Sophia Violet a day in the life at the minute?
So I've literally, my close friend story on Instagram really has to deal with a lot right now because I just go on vents on there because you know what, after summer I thought like, okay, things are gonna chill out a bit, I can have a little like reset. Nope like just straight back in and
what, straight into club night?
Yeah, and you know what, I love festival season, but I do love club nights, but it's just been a bit non-stop. Like we've had a couple of like midweek shows in Europe and like some like uni shows as well, so that's been a bit, I'm just basically, my day-to-day life right now is trying to find routine and discipline my own time basically.
What's your sleep pattern like though?
Oh, I don't really have a body, I feel like I just don't have a body
day?
clock. I feel like I can't sleep before 2 a.m. and then like I wake up usually around 10 a.m. I'm such a deep sleeper as well, I always sleep through alarms. Like that's why I'm so happy I made it here today, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
No worries. But yeah, my body clock, I try and make it better, but it's not, it struggles because it just constantly gets thrown off. But a day in the life, I don't know. Every day's really different.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Nice. And so you're from down south originally, living in Liverpool at the minute. What inspired you to kind of get into DJing and maybe some of your experiences when you were younger that kind of pushed you in that direction? So
my mum was, and is now, a DJ actually, but she had me when she was my age, and she was DJing in clubs like when UK Garage was having its first sort of surgence. So I was actually in her belly when she was playing in clubs, so I feel like it's sort of been like injected into my veins, so to speak.
Raver.
Yeah, literally.
Baby raver.
So I feel like it's just, and then so I went home obviously for lockdown. I just started uni in Liverpool in first year, and we had to go home in like March, and I was like, right, no time like the present, because I always said I wanted to learn, but I don't know if I would have got round to it. I probably would have, but it just gave me a bit of a boost. And so my mum just showed me the basics, and then I just would spend hours in there every day. But I definitely say my family is the biggest inspiration, because my dad also works, like a big part of his job is working, designing stages at festivals.
Sick. Oh no way. Does he do any of the festivals that you've been playing at?
Well, he used to do Glastonbury every year, and then the 1 year he stopped, we started. But so I've always been surrounded with dance music my whole life growing up. Like that's all there was in the car, at home. But yeah.
So when you came to learning how to DJ, what kind of genre were you going into?
I was trying to figure it out, because like at that point I'd only been, because basically I turned 18 in June, so I hadn't been out at all since before uni. So I only started going to like raves. I've been to like 4 raves in Liverpool, and then had to go home to the middle of nowhere.
No way.
Yeah. So I was sort of figuring out my taste, and I'd had SoundCloud since I was like 13, 14, and I was sort of going through my likes. I couldn't really work out like what the genre was. So when I first started learning, my mum plays like disco, funk and soul, so I started with some house and actually some drum and bass, and then I was like, hang on a sec.
Mixing the two
No,
together.
oh my god, I wish that would have stressed me out. But then I was like, because I went to conductor in Tammy Vergy in Liverpool in Freshers, and I was like, that's the music I like. What I want to do
how
that.
do I get that?
Yeah, literally. And so I just started slowly going towards that, I think. But I started learning mainly on drum and bass actually, because that's the sort of music I was listening to when I was younger.
I feel like a lot of people start off on drum and
Yeah.
bass. Like
Or bass
going
line.
to the raves, then they
Yeah.
start learning how to DJ, like doing drum
Yeah,
and bass.
yeah, drum and bass. But I can't now. Drum and bass, mixing drum and bass seems like a whole different kettle of fish to me.
Yeah, it does. And what do you reckon you'd be doing if you weren't a DJ? If you hadn't have had that like inspiration from your family or?
I'd definitely probably be a lawyer, because that's what I did at uni, and I was definitely going down that path fully.
Wait, so with your mum and your dad being like in the music industry,
Yeah.
how did that even come about? Like how?
Me doing law.
Yeah.
So I think because of my upbringing was quite chaotic, because of their jobs, it's quite like, you know,
Traveling and
yeah, and just like it's just a bit chaotic, like, and I actually like having a sense of security and stuff, and I always was interested with like criminology and everything like that, and then I just thought, well, why not just do law? And I just kind of liked all the structure of it. But then when I started learning how to DJ, and then so the way I went from law to DJing was like, it was over a long period of time, and it was quite last minute having to choose. So I was in my third year of doing law at Liverpool Uni, and we did the first Mix Mag stream, and that's when things started taking off a bit, and I was like, right, this is getting a bit tricky, because I was in my third year trying to do my exams,
Oh my God,
and
bless
also
you.
starting to travel for shows and stuff. And then so to be a qualified solicitor, you have to do a year of like qualification after your degree, and I was planning on doing that, and then I had to make a decision, like, before I'd even finish my third year exams, am I going to do that, or am I going to defer it and do DJing for a bit? And I hadn't had a gap year or anything, so I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna do, if I can make this work, I might as well take the DJing opportunities, because I can always go back to law. And I was meant to start the course again like now, but it hasn't happened. So
yeah, well, things seem to have taken off since
Yeah.
that Mix Mag, so fair enough. Because people don't, not everyone knows, but before, when you were in Liverpool, you four were all doing like events, you were kind of grinding, and then that Mix Mag took you levels.
Yeah, I think it's not their fault, but the stuff that we did before isn't visible online, and people, because it took off from the stream and it's happened fast, but there was actually so much work behind the scenes that happened like before that stream. So me, Gaia, Hannah and Matty were putting on events in Liverpool with like young student female DJs, and bear in mind this was all during COVID, so
Yeah.
like all my first sets were people sitting down. So
That's mad.
yeah, so like
But people were sitting down.
yeah, so all my first live sets, people sat down. Like at the time I was like, this is so frustrating, but now I feel like it gives you an extra sense of being tuned into the crowd, because you had to work really hard to pull them away from their conversation.
To see their leg tapping.
Yeah, literally to see the
That is
legs tapping, or
crazy.
just like them like look up at the stage. But yeah, so we started putting on our little events, and then we did a Keep Hush, and then the Mix Mag came a little bit after that. But yeah, even when I watch that now, I'm like, whoa, we all look like such babies. It feels like such a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember like yesterday. It's crazy because you guys also sold out Coco recently as well.
Yeah, that was that. Those are the big moments where it's just like, whoa, is this real? Like it's just
To pinch yourself,
mad.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
and it's just nice because the sort of community that Girls Don't Think have around us is just like the best sorts of people. Like all our events, everyone feels super safe. Like it's just
I
a
feel
really
like
nice
that is
crowd.
because it's a girl group though. Like, no offense to the boys, but like girl energy is
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
It's so different in comparison. Like
Exactly. I think
everyone's
it's just,
looking out for each other.
yeah, it's just I feel like it's just uplifting, and like people feel like they can express themselves a little bit more freely. But it's nice as well because we do get like heterosexual males coming in as well, and then they're sort of not forced, but like they're around people that they might not necessarily be around as much
Yeah.
because they like the music, and like the music is what is bringing everyone together, even if it is more like less heterosexual males. But like, you know, it's a nice to be a platform that they come together with.
Yeah.
Definitely. There was definitely one 100% of the crowd at your events are crazy.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing, like, I can't remember when it was, but some guy like stole a USB. Was it
Oh,
one of
yeah.
your events, or wasn't yours? Or?
It was our Leeds tour date, and the crowd were a bit. They were lovely, Western, but it was like it was quite intense, and it was very like people were just fighting to be at the front. Sheaf Street. Yeah. And basically Kitson was playing after us, and someone just took his USB out of the thing as he was playing, but we found the culprit, and Kitson exposed him and gave him a piece of his mind. So yeah, don't rob USBs, guys.
Yeah, that is shameful.
I don't know why. Like, what's going on in your head? Do you think you're gonna get away with it?
Yeah. Like,
take it out mid-set. What do you think is gonna happen? The music's gonna keep playing? No.
Well, did it not go on emergency loop, and then but just nothing could happen?
Yeah, and then Gaia and Matty were. I was quite oblivious. I was outside. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. Oh god. But he took it home with him. And
he took it home.
Yeah. We didn't. He like ran away, and then we checked the CCTV, and we could see it, and we posted saying,
"Jeez."
Yeah, we posted saying we know who you are. You have 24 hours to return it, and if you don't, we'll expose you. And he returned it.
Did he have the confidence to take it, put it in his pocket, and stay in the crowd, or did he just take it and leave?
I think he sort of like moved just back into the crowd because it was so packed and like it was just so hectic.
Yeah.
It's easy like. He could have, like, he probably went for like this sort of tactic, just like the and then the run, you know. No
face.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, the origins of Girls Don't Sing was in Liverpool uni, you guys, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm 22, Matty and Guy are 25, and Hannah is 27.
Baby raver still.
Yeah, everyone always thinks I'm older as well. Like, everyone always, like, we always get people to guess our ages because people never get it right, and people always guess them like old. I'm just thinking, what are you trying to say?
Do I need Botox?
Yeah, literally, like, pay for it, please. But yeah, I'm 20. So I was still at uni. Gaia had finished uni. Matty's always been in London, but Matty and Gaia knew each other from home. And Hannah and Gaia were teaching like students in Liverpool together. So Gaia sort of brought us all together, like made us all meet up, and then yeah, Girls Don't Sing.
That's sick.
Happened.
Because do any of you, obviously you guys DJ everywhere now, but do you have any plans to delve into production as a group? Or
well, we are in the process of making some edits at the moment.
No way.
Yeah, and I put them in a mix that we did for Tiffany Calver the other day. So if you want to have a little sneak peek, go there. But they should be coming out around December, hopefully. Just a little edit pack. We want to start there.
Sick. So how does it work if you're all four of you in the studio? Are you like all on one map? Is it?
Yeah, we sort of like we'll have some sessions where it's just some of us, and then we'll come together and like, because we were trying to all go in at once, and sometimes it's not realistic to just all four of us go in because there's too many voices, too many opinions. So the best way to do it is sort of like form ideas and then like work on them after they're more fully formed.
Because did you collab with Skeptic?
Oh yeah, that's me on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, so me and Skeptic, some very exciting stuff with that track. Yeah, so I just love Skeptic, and he's just the loveliest boy ever.
How did that relationship come about? Was that through 23 Degrees?
No, so 2 summers ago, I found some of Skeptic's tracks on SoundCloud, and
Bangers,
I was like,
by the way.
Yeah, literally everything he does, I'm just obsessed with him. He's just the best. But I found some of his tracks, some of his very first tracks on SoundCloud, and I messaged him and said, "Can I have a download for this?" And he was like, "Me and my friends were jumping around my room," and it's so funny now because like what he's doing, and we just got in the studio together because we have some really similar tastes.
Yeah.
And we had some like little sample ideas, and we just started working on something, and it actually came together so fast. Like we got the main bit of it done fast, and then we just built the rest around it, and now there's some exciting plans coming up.
Lots of stuff on the way then.
Yeah.
So you're touring at the minute. Are you touring mainly with Girls Don't Sing or on your own, or what's...
So definitely more dates with Girls Don't Sing. I feel like my sound as a solo DJ is developing a little bit, which is actually good because it means there's less clashes.
That's good, yeah.
But yeah, definitely more Girls Don't Sing. I do solo bits where I can.
How do you find that balance? Does GDS take up more time and then you try and fit your solo stuff in between?
So like, because we're a group, the idea is like if GDS isn't the priority for one of us, then it's not going to work. We all need to put girls'
Yeah.
music as the priority. And sometimes that means not taking solo bookings or switching out solo bookings. But we all do solo bookings where we can.
Yeah.
And like I like to like sort of move into different spaces where I can with my solo bookings. And I've got a few coming up that I'm really excited about. So yeah.
Where are they?
There's one in Manchester and London. They haven't been announced yet, so...
Okay, keep it hush-hush.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a few good ones coming up. And me and Skeptic have got a few back-to-backs as well, so...
Sick.
There's one in Birmingham on the 9th of December. Day after Warehouse Project. It's fine. Power through.
So your favourite crowd or... Well, yeah, I guess crowd is up north then.
I think so. I don't want to say this. I'm going to annoy some people. I just feel like up north, there's like at Warehouse Project, there's just I just haven't been in a crowd like it, and I just feel like the crowds come together a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like in Leeds as well, I just feel like the crowds there's a bit more of a sense of unity, which is like why I love DJing, bringing people together. In London, I feel like it's hard to catch them, and like it's
more like everyone's in their own group.
Yeah, everyone's in their own groups, and it feels just a bit more separated. Obviously, London has so much to offer. Like, it arguably has more to offer than like other cities. But for me personally, I think northern crowds are just a bit more up for it.
Because you've DJed up at north quite a bit, haven't you? In Leeds.
Yeah. What do you think?
Manchester.
I feel like the community that in Leeds is more so like uni based, so I think it is slightly different. Like when I've been playing, it's been a lot of student nights, so I think it's slightly different as in comparison to like the local Leeds lot or anyone in Manchester. But it is still fun, like, because I think a lot of people go to uni kind of not just to party, but especially if you're going if you're like a southerner and you're going all the way up north, you're kind of going to have that night life and like have a party. So I think that they are more up for it. And I think like with London being so like work, like it's a big working city, everyone seems a bit more of a lower vibe.
That's so true.
That sounds so mean, but it's more serious, or it's more like I don't know.
It's not a bad thing that it's a lower vibe. It's just like I think in London it's way harder to be spontaneous. It's harder to like have a big night out because like the work-life balance in London is so different to the north.
Agreed, yeah.
And like even other European cities, like my favourite crowds are in Europe, like Belgium crowds are just
seriously?
Like, yeah, they're just like, I love playing in Antwerp so much, and Amsterdam as well. Like I'd love to live in Amsterdam. I just think it's the best city.
What festivals did you do there? ADE was just recently, wasn't it?
We did Pukkelpop in Belgium, which was just
Pukkelpop.
insane. Yeah, like the Belgian crowds, like they're just so like free. Like they're not looking up at you waiting for something specific, or they're not like they're not waiting for something that they want to hear. Like they're just they're so in the moment. But yeah,
it's definitely something with social media that like it definitely brings in a whole new audience to this kind of music. And sometimes people are just going for just like these big moments, and actually like they need to settle in for the set and settle in for like everyone on the list, not just it's not just one person always. Yeah,
I struggle with that so much. I find it because like TikTok's done a lot for us, but like my favourite clubs or like nights are when you're not allowed your phone. I just think it's like nothing brings a crowd together more than like taking away that like Black Mirror. Like, it just reminds me of Black Mirror so much.
My best nights are when I come back and I'm like, I don't have anything on my phone to show that I was there. Like I've got no photos, but I've had the best memories.
Literally.
If I'm recording, it's probably because I'm like not that interested in the night.
Yeah, because you're not being that present if you're like thinking about yourself in the future. Like I feel like the best part of going to like a rave or an event is like just being fully present with everyone else in the moment. But,
it's crazy sometimes, like, no hate on Fred again, but going to a Fred again concert, standing at the back, it is like such a spectacle to see how many phones.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And they're probably all thinking like, okay, when I get home, I'm going to post this straight away.
Literally.
And like get kind of clout on TikTok.
I know,
on Instagram.
It's crazy. It's like, at Glastonbury, we went to watch him because we were like, oh, we may as well, like, it's a good chance to see him. And like we were stood there in the group we were with, and we were so far back, and like people were just standing there like, and my friend just said, this is shit, isn't it? we were just waiting for someone to. It's not that he was just, like, the music is incredible, I have so much respect for him, but like I can't force myself to stand that far back, like just to be there just because to show that I've been there.
Like that's
just not my thing.
It's definitely weird. I don't know whether it's because I'm getting older, but like this year and maybe last year, I saw so much more of Glastonbury on social media. I don't know why. Before, I'd never really seen any insight to it. I'd obviously heard it was like crazy.
Yeah.
But like some of these pop-up stages and stuff, I'd never seen them.
But they were sponsored by Vodafone this year, so I feel like the signal was probably 10 times better than what it's been before. I don't know. If
it's always a different phone provider,
everyone.
And like if you're not with the phone provider that's sponsored, good luck.
No way.
So was this year this was the first year you played there?
No, we played there the year before as well.
Okay.
But like I think Glastonbury's such a beast. Like the more you go, the better it gets because
you understand.
I'm a bit lazy. Like I heard someone at Glastonbury. I heard someone walk past going, Glastonbury's just one big long walk, isn't it? And it does feel like that.
But you've got the buggies.
No, you don't have buggies.
There's no buggies.
No, like no one comes and gets you. Like
what?
Unless you're like literally on the period stage. Like you don't get like riders and that at Glastonbury.
Is there not like shortcuts if you're an artist around the back, or no?
Not really, unless you know the shortcuts. But you just have to set out early, get everything that you might need. I do obviously Glastonbury's like nothing else, but this year playing there was way more fun because we sort of knew we were walking into a bit more.
Did you get glamping though?
No, so we had a caravan, but you still have to like pay for the caravan.
Oh,
yeah. It's Glastonbury. They don't care. But obviously I'm gonna play there. But like it's not,
That's mad. Yeah, I really need to go. It looks mad.
It is an experience. You just have to be prepared for a lot of walking. Like because we were in Silverhaze, which is like the dance field, and our caravan was like right behind Levels, which is the stage we played. But to get to like Shangri-La, which is like where it all stays late, it was literally like an hour walk, like maybe longer.
Oh my god.
So and like when you get somewhere, you have to really commit. So it's like you can't sort of just float about. You need to like go somewhere and get yourself involved.
Crazy.
I actually heard of so many people breaking in this year.
Successfully.
All the Scousers. Yeah. There were so many Scousers in there. Apparently, none of them had tickets. There was loads of Liverpool people there.
Did they all hop in your caravan on the way down?
If I could help them, I would. But yeah, I think they might have oversold it a bit. Cause like, I get a bit overwhelmed because it's like when you're walking through, it felt like you're walking through a crowd when you're just like trying to walk about.
That is
like
there's 100,000 people, right?
No, 200,000.
200,000 people.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like you never see, like you can turn around for 5 seconds and you've just lost everyone, and like there's just so many faces everywhere. It's like it is overwhelming. You have to go prepared.
So what else did you do this summer?
So playing wise, we did Park Life, which was fun. We only had 20 minutes because of the rain, but like it was a little power 20 minutes. Which other ones did we? Oh, you know what? Love Saves the Day in Bristol was one of my favourites. It was so fun.
Was it good weather?
Yeah, and it was just like we didn't know what to expect really because we were like our tent was sort of near the back and it was a tent, and we thought, and we were on after a rapper as well, and we thought, oh, how's this gonna be? But that was so fun.
I feel like the weather really helps. Like, bring the vibe
literally. Up. What else? Hideout was fun as well.
Is that Croatia?
Yeah, it was literally just the day after Glastonbury though, so we were literally dead, and then I had to move out my flat like as soon as I got back from Hideout. It was just that weekend of my life didn't feel real. I woke up and just burst into tears because I was like, I can't do it.
And you went to Ibiza as well?
Oh my god, yeah, Ibiza. How did I forget to say that? Yeah, that was incredible. It's just it's nice with girls in sync because I feel like we get to do a range of things. Like we love all the underground stuff, but then we can also go and like in Ibiza we were playing house. Like we did the high toilets and we were playing for 6 hours and it was mainly house. And then we did the room with Fisher as well. And we met Fisher and I was like, is he going to know who we are? And he was so lovely.
No way.
It was crazy.
He looked so funny, man.
Yeah, like me and Matty were in the toilets. We were just like singing in the toilets in the green room. We were just singing like Wasn't Me by Shaggy. And then Dom Dollar just comes out and starts singing along with us. I said, hang on a second. Are you Dom Dollar? It was just crazy. But yeah, we were there in our trainers. There were all these like supermodels in their heels. I went, a bit out of place, but whatever.
Because what's it like traveling on the road as a four or on your own? Like, because you guys... Like you said, back to back from Glastonbury to Hideout, was it? Like you must have to really entertain yourselves, or
traveling. I think Annie Mac said it. Like the part of DJing that's work is like the traveling and the late nights, and like the actual DJing doesn't feel like work. The traveling is definitely hard, and I feel like because last summer, the first summer that we were sort of traveling, I went on a plane more times in that summer than like I'd been in my whole life. So like the novelty was like, oh my god, I'm going on planes, and now it's like get back to Manchester Airport. But I my noise cancelling headphones are my whole life.
Yeah.
They actually recently broke and I sellotaped them back together, but I need to get some new ones. They really save me. We always just like download stuff to watch, and like we'll give each other, it's like a book club but like a series club.
But it's nice that you've got all four of you, because I feel like speaking to other DJs, like traveling by yourself is lonely as well.
Literally, I can't imagine. I feel so like that's the times I feel so grateful to be in a group like when we're traveling, because like the lonely traveling, like you just, because you're in a constant stage of like waiting to go somewhere else, it just feels like you just go a bit numb. But like, because when we all have each other, it's nice.
And you do the crisp, like watching your guys'
Oh,
stories
yeah.
is so jokes, because it gives
reviews.
you an insight of like stuff that you don't usually see when you posting stories when you're traveling. So like doing the crisp reviews of jokes.
Yeah, we love doing that. We haven't done a crisp review for ages actually.
Whose idea was that?
Oh, we just love crisps, like all of us as a group. And so when we I can't remember where it was the first time, but we were like in a supermarket in Europe, and we were just like, let's try some crisps. And then we were like, well, we better film it. And like when we're in the van and stuff, it's just fun to entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
What's your favourite crisp then?
Oh God.
Does it change?
Oh God. You know, it does change a lot. Mine, you know what? I love salt and vinegar Pringles. I love the way they like
anything salt and vinegar
not
is
Pringles.
all good.
Yeah, salt and vinegar is the best flavour.
Salt and vinegar is the best
but I
flavour.
wouldn't
Or like
choose
salt and vinegar
Pringles.
McCoys. I love.
Yeah.
Have you had the salt and vinegar co-op ones?
No.
They are unbelievable. They
I'm
are
actually gonna
so
write that
good.
down.
They are like so vinegary.
That's why I like the burn.
Yeah, the burn.
I
Oh
like
my
the
days.
burn.
I like lick it, put it in my mouth, and just like hold it in
Yeah.
there and then eat it.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I like the Walker's Max Paprika as well. There's the honourable mention to them.
Paprika. I don't know about paprika.
Oh.
Because also,
Suit yourself. Suit yourself.
who was it? Was it Papa Nugs that was doing like random reviews on his story as well? Doing like meal deal reviews. People doing meal deal reviews.
Yeah, I think so.
That is the content that I love.
Meal
I like
deal
it's
reviews.
so easy to watch. Yeah. What
People that
your
get
guys'
just
meal
ham
deals?
and ready salted Pringles or ready salted
So weird.
Walkers.
I can't eat many ready meals because I can't eat gluten. I'm vegetarian.
No way, me
So-
too.
Are you vegetarian?
Gluten.
So what
Yeah. Are you celiac?
No, I'm intolerant.
I'm celiac.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
me and Hannah are both celiac, and like when we're traveling, like when we go to France, like we can't eat anything. And like once Hannah, because like we literally can't eat anything. Like sometimes we have to eat gluten. It's fine. Like, I don't really get too much affected, but Hannah's like stomach acid burnt through to her diaphragm, and like because we were in the mountains, like she had to get the medical team.
No way.
Oh my God.
Because there's like no food we can eat unless you literally live off chips.
Yeah. It's true.
Is there no gluten in chips?
No, that's potato. They're potato.
Depends though. If you're celiac though, when they're frying it, then you have to be careful.
I'm not sensitive to it, so I'm
Okay.
kind of lucky. And me and Hannah are both sort of okay, but Hannah's like that. Just she couldn't play the set that night.
No
So
way.
just Caesar
Yeah.
salad then.
Yeah, literally, and not
That's
Without-
got croutons.
without-
The croutons,
oh,
yeah.
and chicken, and I'm vegetarian.
Blimey.
Anyway.
So that's not on the right. No, none of that's on the right, I guess.
Mm-mm.
Dew Bell.
Yeah,
Gluten
you know
free.
what? I actually do like that beer.
You do?
Yeah, I don't like many beers. My favourite beer is a Peroni
Peroni.
with a bit of lime cordial in it.
Peroni's got gluten in, or gluten.
Yeah, you know what? I do eat gluten.
Hold on, this has gone from celiac to.
I am. Don't- I hope my
Temporary.
mum doesn't watch this. She'll shout at me. But I am celiac, but I still eat gluten sometimes. It's bad.
Is it not like?
Just when you feel like
I don't feel anything from it. Nothing
Really?
happens.
How did you even find out you were celiac?
Because I'm diabetic. Because
Ah.
when they test for diabetes, they test for that as well because it's all autoimmune.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got the 2-for-1 deal.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
Because also you've started Type 1 community, which has got
Yes.
something coming soon. In
Yeah,
Peckham.
we're doing a launch event on 17th of November, so come along. We just want to, we don't want it to like isolate people who aren't diabetic. We want it to be all about like bringing people who are diabetic and who aren't diabetic together.
and raising the awareness. Of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, because like since I've got a hoodie on, but since like these sensors have come about, like it's made diabetes a much more visible
Definitely.
disease. Like you guys probably see them around.
Yeah.
And it's just made me like it made us all realize like how many people still go out like with diabetes, because it's a bit of a thing. Like drinking with diabetes can be dangerous, but like it shouldn't stop you from living a normal life. But yeah, we just want to create a bit of a platform because there's nothing really there for it.
Definitely.
There's quite a bit of like stuff with diabetes in sports, but I think because it's a bit taboo, like drinking and being diabetic, but you can do it. Living proof.
Living proof.
Almost died, but living proof.
Almost died. What? You've had some scary moments.
I've had a couple of seizures in my time.
Blimey.
But like
Recently?
the last one I had, I think I was 19, but that sort of scared me, so it hasn't got that bad. But I have had some bad hypos where I have to like, well, I can't speak and stuff. So
what was it that brought that on when you were 19?
So I was drinking the night before, and it makes your blood sugar go really high and then really low, and then so I was just sitting with my friends like in their living room, and then I just started having a seizure.
Blimey.
But I lived to see the day. I just lose my memory for like 2 hours after. I can't remember anything.
So I bought your Lucozade, but I forgot to mention. Forgot to
Thanks.
mention it. I saw it somewhere that you drink the Lucozade.
Yeah, that's on the rider every time.
On the rider. And that event in Peckham, is that a Girls Don't Sink event, or is it?
No, so me and Matty are going back to back. So it'll be
Sick.
GDS vibes. And then
Pumping tunes.
yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, come on down, guys. Come on down. Toller, is that how you say it? Toller in Peckham. You can tell I'm not from London, guys.
What date is it?
17th of November.
Nice. Cool. And obviously you guys are like a massive figure for female DJs, aspiring DJs. You mentioned that you like teach people as well. Any like advice you want to give to people that are to females and that are starting out, or any people you want to shout out in the female industry?
I always get like, we always get asked like what advice to give people, and it's always just the same. It's always just like, find your sound. Like I as much as I would have specific advice for female DJs, like I like to just sort of think of it as like everyone's a DJ, so I'm going to give people the same advice. The only like gender specific advice would just be like, don't trust yourself, and don't let other people tell you different if you have a gut feeling about something, because like there are some creeps around, there are some weirdos around, and there are people that will like try and make the most of the fact that you're a woman and try and play on that. But my advice for in general is just like, find your sound, develop your sound, go out a lot, so you know what you like. Don't try and
go out a lot. This is your excuse to just go out every weekend.
Don't just like try and obviously TikTok's a great platform, but don't just try and get like, what's the word? I don't know, give yourself a pure platform of that, because it doesn't have any foundations. You need to really find your taste, I think. I think you should really develop like what you know and what you like, and then that will set you like in good. I know I always try and say sayings and I never know the words, but you know what I mean.
Do you think you started DJing first and then went to production? Do you think that's the best way around for you to do it, or?
I don't think there's a best way. It works differently for everyone. I made an edit when I first started DJing, and it was just at the same time, because that was my main focus, because I didn't have uni. It just depends what's going on. I know for me, I have to really be in the zone to do production, so it's just finding the time and stuff. But I think it can work different ways. Like DJ Seinfeld, for example, I was listening to a podcast he did, and he was just a producer, and then he was teaching himself how to DJ like on the planes to gigs, because like he didn't know how to DJ. But
no way.
Look at him now.
Yeah, I think that's the same with Dan Shake. He like was producing, and then one of his tracks like got noticed, and then he got booked off that. And
yeah,
he was like, I can't DJ, and had to teach himself how to DJ.
Yeah,
that's mad. I think like definitely most people these days, like the DJ scene, definitely are starting to produce a bit more, which is sick, because like some people that you thought, who's a pure DJ, like actually people like Ben UFO, they just strictly really are on the DJ, so most of it has audio, but I can't think of an example right now.
I
but
just can't wrap
doesn't
my
produce.
head around
True.
like Logic, or able to
you know what,
struggle with that.
Yeah, I am no master in it at all. Like I think what I do is I just do what I can. I was always with production, I'm always feeling like I'm doing something wrong, or someone's going to hear it and think this or think this. But like if you just sit and like let the creativity flow, instead of worrying about like how it should sound, or like what other people are going to think of it, that's when I feel like I come out with the stuff that I'm happiest with. And then when I send that to people, they're like, yeah, this is good. Like there's no one way to produce. You can do it however works. Like if it sounds good, it sounds good.
Yeah,
because like old school DJs like Carl Cox, like you go see Carl Cox, you're going to see him spin tunes.
Yeah,
he doesn't really produce at all.
Yeah, I think it just depends. I think being a selector is like, I'd say the bigger part of DJing than like, obviously not against production, but like the actual technical bit. But I think
I've actually just realised why it's called a selector in my head now.
Really?
Yeah, no jokes. That has blown my mind.
That's quite satisfying.
That has actually blown my mind.
But yeah, being a selector, like being able to choose.
Oh my days.
Like
that is actually revolutionary. What the hell?
You're gonna sleep better tonight now.
That
you
is
know
mad.
That. He's happy with that one.
That is actually crazy.
Yeah.
All these people saying it, I was just like, what is a selector? What the hell was that saying?
I can't believe it. Well, you know
believe
what? I'm happy that you've learned something new.
Yeah, yeah. Right, so we'll move on to some like quick fire questions. Sort of. You could give a short answer or like a quick one, whatever.
Okay, I'll try my best. I might need 5 seconds of thinking time.
Go for it. Yeah. So, what is one track? We've already asked you this. What is one track every DJ should have on their USB?
Yeah, should I do a different one?
Yeah, do a different one.
I'm gonna do like, because I think the last time I did like a classic.
Yeah.
I think one that I love that like this, it reminds me of Puckle Pop. This producer called Nikolai is called Samba Dub, and it's
Samba
great.
Dub.
Yeah.
I don't know it, but I'll have to note it down.
Oh, every time the arms are in the air for that one. I feel like you could put it in any set as well.
Is it Speedy Garage?
Yeah, it is, but it's very like, because it's got lots of like, you guys will have to listen to it.
Yeah, we'll have to listen to it.
I don't want to start singing on here.
And what is your... we'll do it as Sophia, shall we? Because we did it as Girls Don't Sing last time. What is your dream back-to-back and where would you do it?
Oh God. I always think about this. I find it so hard. But like, I think it would change all the time. I would love to do a back-to-back with DJ Seinfeld though, because I saw his set at Lost Village. Lost Village is my favourite festival, and like it's just insane. I saw his set there, and like the way he goes between genres so smoothly and just like creates such a good energy. I'd love to go back-to-back with him. And
Yeah,
you say where as well?
Where, yeah.
At Lost Village.
At Lost Village?
Just
anywhere,
not
anywhere up north, any further north. Or is it up north?
It's in near Nottingham, but festivals I feel like they could be on Mars and you know, it's a different world.
And what is your go-to closing track at the minute?
I think it's House and More by Club Caviar and Mass Media. I always try and not play it. I'm like, oh, I've got to.
Yeah, that's a big
time.
tune. Phasmid plugged that one as well.
Yeah.
And what's the first festival you went to?
It was this little one called WOMAD, and it's like World of Music and Dance Festival. It's because my dad was doing something there, and I think I was like 14. Had a blast. Big up WOMAD.
WOMAD. So what music is that like?
It's like world music. So it's quite a small festival, but it was super fun. Good memories.
What about club? Favorite club in UK? Could be Europe. Could be anywhere.
Ooh. I love Progress Centre in Manchester. It just opened up this summer. It's seasonal though, so I think it's so hard to choose. I love Progress Centre. I love Warehouse Project, and I do love Fabric. So hey London, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Because it's Progress Centre, also Warehouse Project, is it? Or?
No, so I think they're two different things. But Progress Centre is more like in the summer, and then Warehouse Project
is that winter. The one with the flowers?
Yeah. It's just such a good it's just the day raves there, because I struggle with things in the day. I don't really know how to place myself. I'm just a bit but at Progress Centre it's just insane. Big recommendation.
Yeah, that's definitely one we need to go to for sure.
Yeah.
What about, obviously you said you played house in Ibiza, was it?
Yeah.
If you were going to be playing with Girls Don't Sing, what would be the genre you'd go to, house or UKG?
UKG, definitely.
UKG?
Defo, yeah. House was our fun little moment in Ibiza. Like, we bring it back when we need to. And we do, it's nice to switch it up, but definitely UKG.
And what about Glastonbury or Fabric, if you had to pick between the two?
Oh God, Glastonbury. But I do love Fabric. That is hard. But I think Glastonbury, you can find your own Fabric in there somewhere.
And who's got the best dressed wardrobe out of Girls Don't Sing?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That was Amy's question. I've robbed it.
That's a good question. I think we all have quite different styles. It really depends, what you like.
Do you guys share clothes?
Well, or is there
Hannah and Guy are a miniature, so I can't really be borrowing their clothes, but they can borrow each other's. But we do definitely it's always does anyone have a top? Does anyone have a black top? But you know what? I actually love Mattie's style. I think if I was to dress like any of the others of girls, I think I'd dress like Mattie. I think she'll put an outfit and be like, ooh. Yeah. Guy and Hannah love your styles as well, but Mattie, I think I like her style the most.
Got it.
No beef.
No beef. I think it's just more my taste.
Your taste.
Me and Mattie just have more similar
What is something
taste.
that you girls bicker over?
Oh, What do we bicker over?
Because you must be like sisters. You
Yeah.
spend so much time together.
It's more just like, it's just like, I can't think of like specific things. There's not really like a repetitive thing. It's just like, there'll just be little moments, or like we'll just wind each other up on purpose.
Yeah,
but like me, Hannah,
poking.
me, Hannah, and Guy all live in the same building. Like we all have our own flats in the same building, so it's like we all live in a big house together as well in Liverpool.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's fun.
Do you live with other people or?
No, I live on my own. I love it.
That's unreal. What?
Yeah.
My next question was going to be, what is downtime looking like if you're on your own?
Oh, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love reality TV so much. I think it's because my brain can actually just switch off.
Yeah.
Have you watched Married at First Sight UK?
No, I haven't watched this season.
It's really good.
Perfect. Well, I've got like, I love reality TV as well because you can never run out of it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I've been watching Love Is Blind. Like, I just
so many box sets to watch.
Literally, I'd say just like sitting on my sofa and watching TV. And I like cooking as well, actually.
What are you
I like
chefing
going
up?
out for food.
What's the go-to meal you're chefing up?
Ooh, I just make sort of like.
You got someone coming around for dinner, trying to put something on nice. What are you cooking?
Oh, it's just, I'm gonna be boring and say like a creamy tomato pasta, but it's because it's nice.
Yeah.
But like, I like making like, you know what my guilty pleasure is, guys? I love a jacket potato.
What with on top? Don't say tuna.
Beans and cheese.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I can get behind that.
I'm a vegetarian.
Oh yeah.
No tuna around here.
What's your favourite DJ name that you've ever heard?
Oh my god, I seen one the other day and it was, I don't know if this is my favourite, but it was DJ Project Manager. I feel like people literally use anything nowadays.
DJ fart in the club's mine.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I could literally say something random right now and I'd guarantee there's a DJ out there called it. I don't know what my favourite one is.
DJ fart in the club slaps as well. Shout out.
Yeah, there's like funny ones, and then I love Party Boy 69.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I love DJ Assault, but not sure on the name.
Yeah. I kind of didn't process the name until you've just said it like that then. But yeah.
Last question. What was the worst thing you've forgotten when on tour? Like the most dramatic situation you've had, if you've forgotten anything? USB, anything you've... Or any drama on passport?
It's like, it's not abroad, but when I went to Leeds once, I didn't have my insulin. And I was just on the floor of the hotel room, just like on death's door. Oh. And getting back to Liverpool from Leeds is so rough. And like, it was just a rough day because I forgot my insulin.
Could you not get any in Leeds?
No, because I'd have to go to like A&E and wait hours anyway, so I just had to wait until I go home. But that was my own silly fault, and I learned from it. But anything, I don't think we've... Hannah is a scatterbrain. Like, Hannah would literally leave her head on the plane if it wasn't attached to her body. She'll literally just leave her suitcase in the hotel room and be like, oh god, guys, where's my suitcase? So that's just the constant. But that we haven't had any like big travel dramas yet.
That's good.
We have got some exciting
Touch wood.
We've got some exciting outside of Europe stuff lined up in February, so hopefully that all goes to plan.
Sick. We look forward to it. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's full circle.
Thank
you for giving us that time, and good luck at Drum Sheds today.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.